We want to start with our top story of the evening. We are continuing to cover the untimely death of former Godwin Heights star and Dallas Cowboys player Marshawn Kneeland. Police say the 24-year-old died by suicide early this morning. State police in Texas tried to stop Neland for a traffic violation last night. They say when he took off in his car, they chased him, but ended that chase. You're looking at past video we've gathered of him over the years. A short time later, they found Neland's car crashed and abandoned along a highway, then found Neland nearby, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We learned that police later said they got information that the former player had expressed suicidal ideations. Officers say they responded to a welfare check at Neland's home shortly before midnight last night. According to 911 call logs obtained by our sister station in Dallas, Neland may have sent a group text message that prompted that welfare check call. And we are going to continue our coverage on that tonight with our sports anchor, Jacob Seus, here in studio. Jacob, you have covered Marshon's career for years at this point. He's a Grand Rapids native turned, college player right here in Michigan for Western, and then went on to play for the Cowboys. Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about, you've met him before, you've talked to him.
Yeah, Marshon was the perfect example that somebody from Grand Rapids, somebody from West Michigan can make it to the NFL. He went to Godwin Heights. He had an unbelievable career. He was the best athlete to ever come through that football program. He was a two-way player. He decided to stay home and play for Western Michigan, and he continued to dominate at Western Michigan. He was just a two-star recruit, and he went to the MAC and really just he balled out. And after his junior year, he entered the transfer portal. He had a chance to go play for Deion Sanders in Colorado and decided at the last minute to stay. He wanted to stay in Kalamazoo. He wanted to stay close to his family and finish what he started. And he did that. And then he got drafted in 2024 in the draft that was in Detroit by the Dallas Cowboys. And he was so excited to be the next Western Michigan Bronco to play in the NFL. There's only a handful of Bronco alums that have made it that far. And he had such an infectious laughter that you can hear in almost every interview we do. Such a big smile. On the outside looking in, this is a guy that was a great football player. This was a guy that once he got drafted had so much money. It just goes to show that you'd never know behind closed doors what someone is going through. I met Marshon at the Combine last year, and just through talking, I found out that his mother passed away a month before the NFL Combine, which was obviously such a tough period for him because that was a period that should have been probably the happiest of his life, getting ready to go to the NFL, and his mom unexpectedly passed away, and he let me tell that story. So we got to develop a relationship through there. And I was just in contact with him a few weeks ago because the Detroit Lions will be hosting the Cowboys in early December, and that was set to be Neland's first NFL game in his home state of Michigan. We were going to set up interviews, and Godwin Heights was going to send so many people down there, led by their head coach, Brandon Kimball, who had such a strong relationship with Marshon, and we're thinking about him in their community tonight as well. And, obviously he won't be a part of that game now. Just tragic and truly shocking news today.
And I'm remembering the story that you did when he talked about that really difficult time losing his mom. And I remember you kind of caught in the interview that he had, was it his mom's picture around his neck?
Yeah, his mom's ashes were in his necklace that he wore throughout his year and change in the NFL, and a necklace he was wearing on Monday night when he scored his first NFL touchdown on Monday Night Football just 3 days ago, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, well, we, of course, are just sharing this news today. It's very, very fresh and new. Yeah. We're, of course, giving his family and his very large community time to process this news. But as soon as we, learn more about any, vigils, memorials, things in his honor, we know you'll stay on top of that and continue to keep us posted. But some really, really tough news today. He was
so loved by the Grand Rapids community, and that was evident at that draft party. There was hundreds and hundreds of people just coming they just wanted to shake his hand and congratulate him. He's truly going to be missed.
Well, he made us all very proud here in the West Michigan community. Jacob, thank you so much. Of course, we want to share this information with you, too. If you are thinking about suicide or are worried about a friend or a loved one, there's always someone available for you to talk with. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline, that's on your screen now. Just dial 988. You can call, text, whatever works for you. People are available to talk with you 24/7. We'll be right back.